Now, some people are not gonna believe in good and bad spirits and stuff like that. But sometimes the devil can use your partner to spiritually attack you, even though that person really loves you. And the devil also can use your family members to spiritually attack you, even though your family members really do love you. And so in my previous video where I was talking about how my sister was like, I'm not gonna allow you to get famous without me, my sister loves me. She don't really feel that way. That was an evil message. It was an evil message passed through her to get to me. Okay. And so that's the reason why I don't punish her for it. I forgive her for it. But obviously, the devil tried to use my sister to get to me. And so now the devil also started to try to use my partner to get to me. And I noticed that when I started to have dreams that had these weird messages in them. Before I talk about the dream, let me talk about a time where I was heading back to Grenada. I was on the plane and I fell asleep on the plane, and I'm sleeping and I keep saying, I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming. Don't worry, I'm coming. I'm coming. And when I woke up, I wasn't so sure if I was actually saying it out of my mouth for real. Like, when you're not sure if you said something out loud or not. It feels like you said something out loud, but you don't know. I don't know if I was actually saying it out loud. But it was like a chant. It was like, I'm coming. I'm coming. Don't worry, I'm coming. And I'm like, who am I thinking? Like, I couldn't, I just left it alone because I have no idea who I'm telling I'm coming or what I'm telling I'm coming. But I woke up when we landed in Grenada and I just was like, I'm coming. I'm coming. Don't worry, I'm coming. I'm coming. And I don't know. I have no idea what that's about. Fast forward to while I was pregnant, just a few months before my daughter was born, Damien and I were sleeping. And it seemed as though he was dreaming because he started to say names and nicknames of people that he knows. He was, talking. At first, when I opened my eyes and looked at him, I thought he was on the phone. But then I looked and I'm like, wait, no, he's not talking to anybody on the phone. It looks like he's sleeping, So I said, Damien, and then I tapped him and stuff like that, but he still wasn't waking up. So I was like, damn, he's sleeping and talking in his sleep. I closed back my eyes to go back to sleep. And then a couple minutes later, I felt him grab my hand. So I opened back my eyes and he said to me, you're the best thing that ever happened to me. You know that? I said, okay. So he was like, no, like, you're really the best thing that ever happened to me. Like, I really, really love you. I really, really love you. I said, okay, I love you too. And, I'm like, go back to sleep. Like, I was like, now is not the time for this. In my mind, I'm like, what is this about? Like, where did he come out with this? This is so out of timing. And then he said to me, I can't go back to sleep. I'm like, why? He's like, I don't know. I feel anxious. Like I have anxiety. And I'm like, anxiety about what? And he's like, I don't know. It just, he said he had some weird feelings. And he was saying that, sometimes it's like he senses things, like something trying to tell him something, but he just don't know what it is. It's bothering him. I said, okay, well, don't think too much of it, but go back to sleep. He went back to sleep. I was like, whatever it is, you know what? Let me put on Psalm 91. Sometimes when I'm sleeping, I like to listen to soft music frequencies and things to calm your nerves and heal anxiousness. And I also will have scriptures playing from YouTube while we're sleeping. It's on low, but it's going. So let me put on Psalm 91 since he seems a little shook. He seems a little uncomfortable. So whatever it is, I put it on. And then there was a portrait on the wall that has been there for many years and has never fallen off the wall. And all of a sudden, I heard a bang. I get up and I go to the bathroom because I didn't realize actually that the porch was on the floor. I looked around, but I didn't see nothing. So I'm like, thinking to myself, maybe a mouse threw something down somewhere. So I go to the bathroom and I come back. I look at the floor and I'm like, when did that get there? So I pick it up, I put it on the couch, and I just found it very strange. But I never really, I let it go after that. And I'm not even going to say what the portrait was of and all that stuff. I'm not going to dig into that. Just know it's relevant. Fast forward to April 5th, 2024. I was sleeping. Somewhere between 9 and 10 a.m., we experienced an earthquake in the tri state area, New York, New Jersey. And I was in the middle of a dream, okay, where my sister went up to the roof and she was saying that she wanted to unalive herself. My sister was pregnant in real life and in the dream. Yes, we are identical twins who were pregnant at the same time, although our daughters are, I think, 7 months apart. She gave birth 7 months after. Like my sister was pregnant at my baby shower. Like, who told her to do that? Anyway, she keeps saying that she wants to unalive herself, and she goes up to the roof, and then Damien climbed a ladder and went up to the roof to go, talk her down and save her and stuff like that. And I see this like long rope or this long belt like swinging, and then I could see like a crane swinging, a construction crane. It was like swinging and stuff like that. And then I start to like, feel the building shaking and everything starts falling, and like the crane was swinging. So I don't know if the building shook so much to where they fell off of the roof, because I never saw what happened because the earthquake was happening. And that's when I opened my eyes, and in my mind I was like, earthquake. Like I was like, and the thing is that I've felt an earthquake before in Grenada, never in America. Okay, never in America. I remember a time there was an earthquake in Barbados, and it was also felt in Grenada, and it broke the toilet bowl in the bathroom in the house in Grenada. I do remember that. But I've never felt an earthquake before in New York, ever in my life. I realized it was a real life earthquake. And even though the earthquake lasted only about 20 to 30 seconds, so many thoughts went through my mind that I processed all immediately at once. I thought of like, is this the end of time? Are we about to die? Like, what is this earthquake going to, and I had my 4-month-old baby on the bed, laying next to me. I just picked her up immediately. At first, I covered over her like this. Like I put my body over her, I shielded her, and then I picked her up and I started to head for the door, but then the earthquake stopped. You wake up? Come. So after this earthquake happened now, after the child was already born, I said to myself, nah, boy. Something going to take place here in New York. Something going to take place here in America. Something is about to happen worldwide. God wants you to be in a different position than where you are now. So you know what? Leave, go to Grenada for a couple of months. God wants to position you. God wants to align you. And I wasn't thinking like, escape America because something's coming from America, like war coming here and save yourself before you die. It's not like that. But I was just like, this is a sign that you need to go somewhere else for some type of, for preparation. That's really what it was. God wanted me to relocate, realign, and prepare for what's coming. Anyways, to make a long story short, I start to prepare my trip. And in the next video, we'll talk about that.